Good morning. I'm Jenny.
I'm Jay, and welcome to Wake Up with Jenny and Jay. So,
Hey,
Jenny, how was your weekend?
wake up, Jay. Wake up. The weekend was jam-packed.
Ooh, nice. I love that. Okay.
Jam-packed to say the least.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got a lot done, did a lot of yoga.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing my yoga training, my 200-hour yoga
Right,
training.
right.
So did some
Mm-hmm.
yoga, did a lot of stuff for the business, did a
Right.
lot of prepping for the show today, and
Mm-hmm. Nice.
yeah, little bits and pieces of here's and there's and everywheres.
I love it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. How was your weekend, my friend? Well, first of all, let's discuss
Okay.
our beverages. What are
Oh,
you,
yes.
pray tell, drinking?
I am drinking a nice mint tea out of my smiley face mug because today
Oh,
I just felt like I needed that and I wanted to spread that to everyone out there. Just need that smiley face going on. And the mint tea just helps me feel cool and nice and stuff.
well, you are a cool cat. I'll tell you that.
Oh, why, thank you. Why, thank
A
you.
cool cat. So minty, I like it. I like it a lot. Um,
Yeah.
I have got my glass of alcohol. Oh no, sorry.
Oh,
Black coffee.
we don't tell anybody what we're really drinking. No.
Black coffee uh, in my goofy mug because
Yeah.
who doesn't want to feel a little goofy on a Monday morning? What?
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of goofy,
Speaking
I
of
saw I saw
goofy,
an interesting video
yes,
that
of
it was
me.
something that it was some well, I always see
Oh,
interesting videos of you, but I try to keep that on the down low. But I saw a video about Goofy and it was something that I had already known, but I just didn't bring it to the forefront. But the
right.
video goes on to say that Mickey has a son, right?
I'm sorry. What?
Well, you don't know. I'm sorry, not Mickey. Goofy. I'm sorry. Goofy has a son, Max. Right?
Okay,
Everyone
goofy
knows that,
has. Yeah,
particularly if you're a
everyone knows
'90s
that.
kid, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But for some reason, Mickey doesn't have any children. Donald doesn't have any children because anyone out there say Louie, Dewey, and Huey. No, that's
Uh-huh.
his nephews. He doesn't
Okay.
have any children, right?
Right.
But both of them have girlfriends.
Uh-huh.
Goofy doesn't. Like, who's his baby mama? Like, what's going on?
Well, isn't Goofy a dog?
Right?
Just saying. Um,
Oh, that's messed up. It took me a second to get it, but I got it. Okay, that's messed up.
just
That's
saying.
funny. That's
I
funny.
mean,
Oh wow.
anywho,
Sorry, your goofy mom maybe bring that up, and I was just like, huh. Never really
yeah,
thought about it that way, but yeah, that's crazy. That's interesting.
yeah. I also have some sparkling lemon lime sparkling water on tap here today.
Ooh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Quite refreshing.
You are a better woman than I because
I
sparkling
hope
water
I
has
am a
never been
better
my
woman
thing.
than you, Jay. I hope if there's one thing in this life I can be assured of, it's that I'm a better woman than you.
As soon as that came on my mouth, I was like, "Ooh, could you have phrased that any differently?" But yeah, I like
Does Sheila
sparkling water.
know?
It's not my thing. Well, there's certain things we just don't talk about. Okay,
I
just
hear
kind of.
you.
But
I hear you.
but on sparkling water, yeah, it's definitely not my thing. Like I love water, but sparkling water, I don't know. Maybe it's just the combination. I don't know. It's just I just couldn't get into it. Just not my
That's what I
thing.
love about it. It gives a little extra oomph to your
Mm,
H2O, your high quality
okay.
H2O.
Mm, all right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I like that. All right.
So my friend, let's get
Mm-hmm.
right into it. Let's discuss the thing that is on everybody's mind. And by
Ooh. Okay.
everybody, I mean me. Um Last night's interview, Oprah's interview with Meghan and Harry.
Ooh.
What?
Yes. Let's get into that. Let's get into that.
Now, I have not seen it at length. I
Okay.
have seen portions and bits and pieces.
Mm-hmm.
You know that I have somewhat of a connection with them. Um I know them. I know their friends, and through my previous business stuff. I am.
Mm-hmm.
I let me preface by saying I am not closely connected with Meghan, but um, but anywho, I'll leave it
Oh.
at that.
Yeah.
Right,
Right.
yeah. Uh, so I thought the interview was quite interesting.
Okay. How so? What do you mean?
Um, I I felt I thought Oprah's questions were
Mm-hmm.
extremely specific, almost did I say that right? Specific, or did I just say
Yeah.
Pacific? Like I don't
No.
haven't ever read a book. Okay. Um I just felt the line of questioning was it was very very choreographed. And
Huh.
that being said, I know
Okay.
that when you go into an interview, there are certain questions that you prep for and that you organize, but the way they were
Mm-hmm.
posed and her
Well,
reaction to Megan's answers
mm-hmm.
was looked just to me it looked a little unnatural.
I don't like it, but I understand because um Oprah is usually very conversationalist. Like it's very
Yes.
clear her questions are tend to be very natural based on what the person is saying, right?
Mhm.
So anytime she breaks out of that formula, I'm sure that is unnatural for her and it is easier to spot, right? Also, when which Meghan and Harry have separated from the royal family, like they've cut ties and all that stuff, right?
Yes, correct.
However, they're still in the spotlight and they're still looked at as higher than high. So I guess anytime anybody interviews them, there probably has to be some type of format, or there probably has to be some type of, okay, you're only going to ask these sets of questions in this type of way to interview us.
Hmm.
I'm assuming. I don't know. I mean, I've never interviewed someone that high up. Maybe in the future, we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, I just thought it was a little I don't want to say fake.
Hmm.
Um and oh gosh, I know this is terrible to say because she is in deep down she is a good person.
Yeah.
Um oh gosh, but I just it seemed very contrived to
Well,
me.
I think
And
there's a lot. Sorry to cut you off, but I think there's a lot going on, particularly with the
yes,
Royals,
yes.
because well, first of all, there's just their whole past of everything they've done to every other country, plus what's going on inside of it right now that's accidentally being leaked out. There's clearly some type of challenging difficulty, miscommunication, or just flat out disagreements between the Royals. And I'm sure they don't want all of that to be bled out into public. So I'm sure Harry and Meghan had to be very careful with the words they were saying during the interview, even if they knew the questions.
Yeah, I think that, the royal family is an institution. It
Mm-hmm.
is in fact a firm.
Yeah.
And I think that if you are going into it, you
Mm-hmm.
you should know what you're getting into. And that
Agreed.
being said, are not going to know all the ins and outs. And she did say that, and I think that was very fair for her to say. And she did,
Mm.
Megan did say that once they were married, things started to sort of unravel in a way that she
Mm-hmm.
didn't expect in terms
Yeah.
of um, you know what her expectations were of
Mm-hmm.
them and what their expectations were of her.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I think it's a long established institution, and they're getting into something like that. You should really understand that there's a lot of traditions put in place, and so you don't have to like it, but if that's the family you're marrying into and you're marrying this man,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to have to be willing to compromise.
Right.
So like there's obviously a lot going on behind the scenes that we don't
Mm-hmm.
know about.
Of course.
And I think it's just really as a clash of two different worlds, really.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing, well, not the only thing, but one of the things that I spotted that I just really kind of rubbed me the wrong way is that
Mm-hmm.
Harry made a comment about feeling trapped. I think he's trapped in the institution or trapped in that
Mm. I can see that.
the
Yeah.
royal family.
Mm-hmm.
And while I understand that to a degree, his comment was in relation to Megan helping him realize that. And then now
Ooh.
he understands that his father and his brother are both trapped in the system. And
Mm-hmm.
oh, Uh,
But
you know where I'm going with this, Jay. You
why
know.
does that bother you so much though? Because for me, that seems like he's trying his best to do what he can in the confines of his institution, you know, because I mean, there's a lot of people like that. And the reason why I say it the way I'm saying it is because I know there are a lot of people who want to help and make the world a better place. But
Yep.
for whatever reasons, they happen to be stuck where they are because if they just came out and said the truth or how things really are, they're going to be a target and their things are going to happen. Because we all know how people disappear or get
Mm,
assassinated, all that lovely stuff. So, I mean, not saying that what happened to Henry or anybody else. I'm
right.
just, when you start talking truth and hitting people in their wallet, things start happening.
Very true. It just appears that, this new woman comes on the scene and changes
Right.
everything up for him. And now he has this
Well,
whole different view. And I mean, sh she's quite the good actress. And, and
right.
I think she probably has a very strong influence on him
Yeah.
and him not being um, overly experienced with other cultures and women and relationships and
Mm.
things like that. I
Which Megan's a duchess, right? Like before she was married, she was actually a duchess.
No, she
Uh,
wasn't. No,
was you sure?
no, she's an actress.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
I
on
mean, I know
Suits.
she was an actress, but I could have swore she was a duchess
Yeah.
before then.
No,
Oh, okay.
no,
All
no,
right.
no, no. She was just an actress. But
All right. I'll take your word for
anywho,
it.
I,
Yeah.
I all that being said,
Hmm.
love them all.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. These are just things that I
Yeah.
noticed watching it. That's all I'm saying.
Yes. Let's be clear.
It looked very calculated. Let's be clear.
Yeah. We love
Let's
the
be clear.
family.
We love them.
No ill will. We're just stating our opinions.
At
Nothing.
her
Nothing wrong.
core, at her
Yes.
core, I
Yes.
know I believe she believes she's
Hmm.
doing well, and she
Hmm.
means well. I believe that she believes that,
Yeah.
and so
Mm.
I'll leave it at that.
Fair
Like,
enough. Fair
my
enough.
before I start losing friends, let me just not stick my foot in my mouth.
Oh.
I love them
Mm.
all. I love them all.
Oh wow. Which I admit, my daughter, she secretly obsesses about the royal family, particularly Meghan. I think she just relates to her because my daughter's biracial as well.
Mhm.
So I think that's just somebody that she's starting to look up to. And it's weird that anytime there's a magazine or something about, because like actually Meghan Markle actually has a book out about her. I don't think she wrote it, but somebody else wrote it.
Right.
And my daughter has a copy of it that she's reading. So
Yeah.
yeah.
The one thing that I did find interesting that I resonated with was
Hmm.
when Megan said that, she's as a grown adult who's been very independent most of her life and had her own voice and been able to advocate for things, to
Hmm.
be now in a system where she was hushed or silenced
Yeah.
or not being able to give her opinion. I
Hmm.
mean, that did resonate with me because
Yeah.
you know me, I am a
Right.
huge advocate for
Hmm.
various things, and I'm quite an independent woman.
Hmm.
And I do believe in speaking up and having a voice and sharing
Right.
your opinion. And so to be stifled in that manner,
Hmm.
I really do resonate with that, and I can sympathize and empathize with her on that one. So yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with that completely.
Speaking of royal family, it's also Commonwealth Day.
Oh, is it? Okay, cool.
So, a little bit of history.
For all of us who don't know, Commonwealth Day. What is it? Elaborate.
It's the day of the Commonwealth.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Cleared it right up.
Moving right along. um,
Smooth.
Smooth as peanut butter.
Ah.
It is also, you brought this to my attention, kind sir,
Hmm.
International Women's Month.
It is. It
What?
is. I know, right?
What?
Power to all those women out there doing your thing,
Holla.
making it look easy. Go ahead, ladies.
Making it look easy. Wow. I think it's equally as hard to be a man.
Yeah.
I have to say. I will say that. I mean, if you're a good man,
Hmm.
it's equally as challenging to be a woman as it is a man.
Agree. I think that both genders have challenges that are equal to each other.
Hmm.
And the only reason why I feel it's important to have a women's month and
Hmm.
acknowledge all the things that women do is because for eons,
Hmm.
women have been, in my opinion, have been made to play behind men, or they've been
Mm.
pushed behind men for a long time. Not all men,
Right.
but a good portion of men have kept women behind. And I think it's time that we truly bring everything up equal, in my opinion. So
Yeah, they don't have an International Man's Day, do they?
they do not. And some men get mad at that. And I'm like, why you get mad at it? It's like Man's Day almost every day of the year. Why are you complaining? Why are you worrying about it? I don't understand. So
Well,
I
we
don't know.
we we let you think it's Man's Day every day of the year. That's see, that's how that works.
I am not falling into that trap. I will not say anything to that at all. No matter how I play that, I will make women mad or I will make men mad. I will stay right here on the middle ground.
I
I'm good.
Yeah, I think, I'm all for equality. I just put out a
Yeah.
post about saying,
Hmm.
I think we're in this we get into this hype culture of like hyping
Yeah.
women up and hyping men up, and
Hmm.
ugh, I just think it's just so separating. Like, let's hype
Right.
everybody up.
Yeah.
I'm supportive of everything that women want to do, and I'm supportive
Yeah.
of the things that men want to do. And as long as you're doing it with a good intention and trying to make the world a better place, then
Mm.
I
Oh,
don't think we need to
absolutely.
separate. I think, you know, anyways, equality hashtag what?
Word.
So let's talk about the lineup, shall we, for the show today?
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Well, we got Jenny.
We're going to touch on COVID,
Yes.
a little
Yes.
bit of
Okay. We
COVID
got
stuff.
to talk about that. Yeah.
We have a brand new segment called The 5 Greatest Matches of All Time.
Right. Boom.
Um, and I think we decided it's going to be 5 matches or moments, right, of all time. But
Correct.
some of
Yeah.
them are, yeah.
Matches or moments. Yeah.
We've got a couple of shout outs. We're going to shout out some of our favorite peeps on
Yeah.
social media to give them a little
Shout out.
uppity up. Whoa.
Yeah.
Got our
Whoop,
3-question draw as
whoop.
per
Yep.
usual. And
Mm-hmm.
rumor has it you have a tip of the day.
You know I do. Ooh.
Fantastico. So let's get started, shall we?
Mm-hmm. We
Now,
shall.
when I say matches,
Yep.
not all of them are matches, but there are some great moments. But I will
Right.
start with this number one that stands out in the
Okay.
forefront of my mind. And
Mm-hmm.
that is the Rumble in the Jungle 1974, Muhammad
Oh
Ali and
yes. Oh my
George
God.
Foreman. What?
I mean, like, there's a part of me that wishes I was there to be able to see it live, but just watching it in highlights, oh my God, I'm a huge Ali fan, and like, oh my God, I love that.
Uh-huh.
Yes, 100% correct.
Undefeated world heavyweight champion George
Mm-hmm.
Foreman. And Ali was 32 at the time when he went in the ring with George Foreman. Woo! 8th round knockout victory, claimed the title. He went on to
What?
victory, and George went on to home grills.
I love it. Yes, exactly. Which, fun fact about George Foreman? George Foreman has 7
He
kids.
does. Yes.
I think he has 5 girls and 2 boys. All of his children are named George. Look it up.
Yes, you are correct, sir. You are correct. That is
Word.
a factoid, if you will,
Word.
a factomundo,
Mm-hmm.
factorama, facts squared.
Word.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, so to follow that up, I have another great moment in time.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse Owens at the 1936 Summer Games. Now, let me paint the picture of this. You have to understand that at this time, Hitler, Nazi Germany were doing their things all around the world, but the world decided, you know what? We still need to celebrate all of our greatness and athletic heroism. But Hitler was sure that he was going to dominate, or Germany was going to dominate in every capacity in the games.
Yeah.
However, Jesse Owens went on to win 4 titles: the 100 meter, 200 meter, the long jump, and the 4-person 100-meter relay.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of
Okay.
course, Jesse Owens. I have a poster in my house that has him with the fist going up because he wanted to make sure he brought awareness to equality. Jesse Owens. Love it.
Nice.
Noise.
Nice. Number 2 for me on my list. You know I'm a big wrestling fan. You know it.
Right.
Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant. WrestleMania 3, baby.
Oh, that was a good one. What? That was a good one. Okay.
I remember watching that with my papa.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my papa was like a huge wrestling buff. Like he would watch it all the time, but like on the weekends, sometimes on Saturdays they'd have a few matches, but like on Sundays they would have like almost like all afternoon. It seemed like, well, when you're a kid it seems like all afternoon, but I'm sure it was like an hour or two. They'd have back-to-back matches on TV. And I would sit there with my papa and we'd watch wrestling. Oh my gosh. And every time they'd get slammed, I'd turn around and be like, Papa, is it real? Is it real? And he's like, yeah, it's real. It's wrestling. Watch it.
Right.
So I just had this like, and I loved my papa so much. Oh, I still love him. But, that was our thing. And so for wrestling will forever hold a special place in my heart. And I just was fascinated with all of like the old school, like there was like Hogan and
the golden age, like, oh my
Brutus
God,
Beefcake Barber and Randy Macho Man Savage and like all the like all the classics, right?
See, back then, kids, wrestling, it wasn't WWE, it was WWF, the World Wrestling Federation.
That's right. It was. And then
good old days.
The old Animal Kingdom took that name over. But props to the animals, whatever.
Right. But, exactly. Right.
Here's a little tidbit. I am dying to go to Hulk Hogan has a shop in Florida.
Does he really? Oh,
and he's there quite often. He frequents
road trip.
Yes.
What?
I am dying to go there and like if I could go there and get a picture with him, I think I literally would like my tears would tear up. It would be such a moment just because of the connection with my papa and wrestling and just growing up watching him and stuff. It would be such a moment.
If I could just get him to say, "You got it, brother," just to me one time, like, oh my God, I would flip out. I would flip out.
Just saying that, just like, nah.
Right? Oh.
So that's on my life list is like to get a picture with him, to meet him, and like to go there. So that'd be kind of cool. But yes, Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant. God, what?
Oh, rest his soul, right?
Man,
R.I.P.
Like,
dude.
R.I.P. squared. Such a nice man. Anywho, carry on. My wayward fun. Yes.
Alrighty. So continuing on with that wrestling momentum, here we got, because I too am I'm not as big as a wrestling fan as I used to be. Like I've kind of fallen off the story. I wasn't in the storylines. I know. I'm thinking about getting back into it because it'd be a cool thing that me, my son, and my daughter could probably get into.
Think about getting back into wrestling. Once you don't leave, boo. No. You don't. Wrestling is not something you just casually get back into. No.
So clearly, wrestling is a mafia. Once you in, you just in. So clearly, I did not know that. I'm sorry, my bad. So yeah, I'll just come back into the fold of the family. I'll just be back. Okay, I'm sorry.
Thank
you.
Bad.
But as Jenny, I was a Hulkamania fan too, Hulkamaniac, but I also was an Ultimate Warrior fan. And there was one match in particular. It was the WrestleMania 6. Oh my God. And honestly, this match, there wasn't really anything spectacular about it, except this was the first time they officially met in the ring at the height of their careers. And like, you got the Ultimate Warrior banging on the ropes like he used to do, running up and down, Hulkamania. Like I was a kid. I was just going off. I loved it. I missed it so much.
Yeah. So that match, there wasn't particularly anything that was phenomenal about that match, except for their chemistry. The chemistry that those two had and the build up for that fight, like how they promoted it, the build up for that match. That was like I remember that fight. I remember that match. But
Mhm.
oh yeah, I mean, it wasn't the greatest match of all time, but their
Right.
chemistry was like boom.
Exactly. And for me, that's why it's one of the highest ranked up there, because just the chemistry leading up to it, as you said, just
Yeah,
yeah, perfect.
phenoms.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sticking with the wrestling theme, I
Mm-hmm.
have to go with WrestleMania 12. Oh,
Oh, 12. Okay.
Shawn Michaels versus
Oh.
Bret Hart.
Oh yeah, that was a good. Right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
60-minute Iron Man match between the two.
Mm.
Can
Right.
you imagine 60
Yeah.
minutes of choreography? Is not an easy feat, I'm telling you.
So let me
Not an
let me
easy
say, like,
feat.
everyone out there listening, I know there are people who look at wrestling like, oh, it's so fake. Well, everything you watch is scripted to a point, but these
Mhm.
are athletes doing the jumping
They
off
really
of
are.
ropes, falling into table, getting hit by chairs. Like it, oh my God. If you watch the behind the scenes of any wrestling documentary or watch a you will see how much of a true athlete these people truly are, men and
Mhm.
women.
Yep, absolutely. And that match was like every little
Yeah.
wrestling fan's dream. Like
Mm,
I almost said every little boy's dream.
agreed.
You know, I was a little bit of a tomboy when I was when I was a kid.
Well, no, funny enough, like I used to like the reason why I got into wrestling, I used to watch it with my grandmother. And
Your
she would
grandmother.
always, yeah, my grandmother was
Oh,
highly
I
big
love
into
her.
wrestling.
I
She
love her
still is. Like
already.
she still loves wrestling. But we used to watch it together every Saturday and every I want to was it Wednesday night? Wednesday night heat, I want to say. Because back then
Mm,
we had WCW too, right?
okay.
And we would watch both. And as a kid, I'm just watching it because it's entertaining. The men are
Yeah.
jumping around, everybody's doing all this stuff. But as I got older, I knew my grandma watched it for entertainment purposes. But a part of me always wondered, like, why is my grandma really watching all these men in tight pants? And I'm like, yeah, a little trauma going on there. But yeah, definitely. Yeah.
As my mom would say, yes now.
Oh, man.
Oh
Mm.
goodness.
All right.
You're up.
So breaking away from the wrestling theme for just a
Yeah.
moment, just a moment,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have the shot. Okay. Now, any true basketball fan
Mm.
knows the shot. And if you're not a true basketball fan, any true Michael Jordan fan will know the shot. Chicago versus Cleveland. In the last minutes of the game, it was Cleveland up 100-99. But of course, in good Jordan fashion, in the last 3 seconds of the game, Jordan crosses over, fades back at the foul line, swish. 101 Chicago to Cleveland's 100. Oh,
Yeah.
the shot heard around the world, baby.
Yeah. I
Love
remember
it.
that. I watched that
Love it.
game in my friend's basement.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Right.
Yes, because that's what you did at that age.
And I'm not even a sports fan, and I know that one. I love that. I love that clip.
So good. So
Mm-hmm.
good. Classic.
Right.
He is an incredible human being. So
Yes.
motivational, like
Mm-hmm.
such a mindset. The only person I think compares to him, well, there's two that come up for me, and that would be obviously, Cobster,
Yeah.
and LeBron James. LeBron James,
Ooh.
what a stand-up guy. What
Mm.
that's a man right there.
Yeah.
Woo.
Mm-hmm.
Committed,
Yeah.
faithful, family man, excellent businessman, like phenomenal at his job, like
Agreed.
outstanding athlete, like
Mm-hmm.
ugh, just he gives
Yeah.
so much back to the community.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, anywho,
Mm-hmm.
that was a great
All
moment.
right.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Definitely.
Um, pardon
Mm-hmm.
me.
Okay.
Heading to the man voice is kicking in. Heading over to the baseball side of things.
Okay.
Babe Ruth, 1932 World
Okay.
Series, last game of his career. In
Mm.
game 3,
Yeah.
the ultimate memorable moment when he went up to
Mm-hmm.
bat, he looked up to the skies,
Mm-hmm.
pointed, and hit a home run. Oh, God. God. like something so spiritual
Right.
and like I want to say psychic, but that's the wrong word, but something so like manifestational about that.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible. And he continued to do that. Like he'd point and he'd hit the ball out of the park. It
So
was
anytime,
insane.
so baseball fans, anytime you see someone doing that, they are paying homage to Babe Ruth, whether they know it or not.
Exactly. Now, I want to be clear. I did
Mhm.
not see that match in person. I want to be clear. That was 1932. I know this year's been rough on a lot of us. I have aged. I guarantee you. I have
Oh
not
wow,
seen.
wow. Well, I would hope no one out there thinks you've been around since 1930 something, but yeah, I'm glad you clarified. Glad you clarified.
I tell you,
Oh,
I'm about to have a Britney moment, y'all. I'm about to shave this head and just like, like take off to the depths of Thailand and like, isolate, talk
yo.
to no one.
Well, funny enough, that's the thing now of women shaving their heads. Which I got to tell you, like, there's a lot of women out there. They got their like the half shave or like they shave it all. And I never like as a kid, I never thought I'd be into like women with shaved heads. But the more I see it,
Uh-huh.
I'm like, okay, all right, I see you, mama. All right.
Hmm. Interesting.
So you never know.
Interessante, as they say.
Yeah, I know, right? But all
Yeah.
I gotta say is, if you move somewhere and you talk to no one, you better at least still talk to me.
Well, yeah.
That's
I
all I
mean,
gotta say.
I'm sure I'll have a, what are those cans with the strings attached somewhere? You can like, just, yeah, there's, yeah,
Most, I mean, we can smoke signaling it, pigeon message or
yeah.
something like we
For
as
the,
long as we still in communication somehow. I'm good.
on Crocodile Dundee. He's got that thing that he spins that
Oh yeah.
yeah, making a
Right.
phone call.
We can do it that way too. Yeah. Got it. All right.
I have one more match. Do you have one more match?
Yes, I have one more match.
Okay, go
Oh,
ahead.
actually, no, I have two more matches. I have two more
Oh,
matches.
I think I did. I butt in front of you.
You did? No, you didn't. We just hadn't moved forward yet. We started sidetracking.
Thank you for
So,
putting me in my place. You did, you conniving little.
oh man. Oh. So back to wrestling for a second. So this match will ever for live in my head. WrestleMania 17,
Ooh.
April of 2001. And the
Mm.
reason why this match stays in my mind, similar to the Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior one,
Uh-huh.
two well, at the time, WWF
Mm-hmm.
Hall of Famers came to meet for the first time in the ring. You have Stone Cold Steve Austin, who's about to open up a can of whoop ass on you.
Whoop whoop.
And then you have the most electrifying man in show business,
Oh,
The Rock.
The
Oh my
Rock.
God.
Oh my.
Meeting in the ring. Oh, it was such a good moment. And then the fact the match was spectacular. They were going back and forth the whole time. And then Stone Cold Steve Austin pins The Rock. And the only reason why The Rock couldn't get up is because you have Shane McMahon, who
Oh.
neither of them liked, twisted The Rock's ankle to keep him down.
Oh, the tragedy.
I know, right?
The
And then the funny thing about
betrayal.
it, though, like later on, Steve Austin came in an interview and told everyone the only thing that would have made that match better is that when I got up, if I had went over to McMahon and pile drived him, that would have only made the thing that much
Ooh,
better.
that would
Yes.
that would have been a good scene.
Yes.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Holla.
Love that match.
I love The Rock.
Oh, yeah.
Such a successful person. Everything he touches turns to gold. He's got a new he has a new beverage line out called Zoa. It's like
Ooh,
it's a
so.
line yeah, it's like an energy drink, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like an all natural energy drink. So I can't wait for that to come out.
Interesting.
Apparently they're gonna sell it at Walmart. So
Okay.
I'll be over there.
I know, right?
um yeah,
Right.
looks good. My
All right.
last match,
Mm-hmm.
springtime, 1993,
Okay.
Los Angeles Kings NHL playoff. And the reason this came to mind is because it's great, but because we
Okay.
also lost one of the greats of one of the greats. Wayne Gretzky's father,
Ooh.
lovely man. I had the opportunity to meet him. He's so kind.
Mm,
Just passed away. R.I.P.
mm-hmm.
But Wayne Gretzky the Great was playing for the Los Angeles Kings at the time, and ended up winning the game 5-4 against the Leafs. Ugh, ugh,
Love
ugh.
it.
I
Love
mean,
it.
just you sit there in silence and watch that game because you know
Mm,
it's about to happen. And then when the clock times out
mm-hmm.
and the Leafs are scrambling
Yeah.
and the clock times out and you just go, damn, that was good.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Oh man, definitely.
Those are my
Oh,
matches.
all right. I got one more. I got
One
one
more.
more.
All
And
right.
yeah, I got my last one.
Mm-hmm.
So UFC 193.
Mm-hmm.
And if this match doesn't set your memory ablaze, let me paint the scene.
Ablaze,
So
no less. Mm-hmm.
you have Ronda Rousey at
Oh,
the height of her career. She has yet to lose a match. She has dominated in the ring. And I'm not talking about, oh, she just knocked people out. I'm talking about first round knockouts within 2.5 minutes.
yeah, she's a tough
Unheard of for
mofo.
even for men. That's unheard of, right?
She's a
She
tough
is just
mofo.
a straight, exactly
Mm-hmm.
tough mofo, straight beast up in
Yep.
the ring
Yep.
every time, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's making movies, she's making TV shows,
Yep.
and then she comes up against a lady, Holly Holmes.
Mm-hmm.
Which Holly Holmes, she has an impressive record, but everyone's kind of like, she's the underdog. No one's really
Tiny,
expecting much.
tiny little Holly
Eh,
Holmes.
exactly. And
Mm-hmm.
she has a lot of wins because she is up for the championship belt. So, like again, like I'm not gonna step foot in the ring with either of these women, even today. No way. So she's a beast in herself, but they get in the ring. And I myself was a Rousey fan. I
Mm-hmm.
still am.
Mm-hmm.
But when they got in the ring, there wasn't something right about Rousey because Holly, almost in a Muhammad Ali fashion, was
Mm.
dancing around Ronda consistently, just knocking her off the feet. Ronda would throw a blow. Holly would just move out the way, dodge. Ronda got so frustrated. They ended up going, I think it was 3 rounds up in that joint until Holly gave her a swift, was it kick? Let me look at my notes. Yeah, I want to say it was a kick. I had to
Yeah.
make sure. Yes, high kick.
Mm-hmm.
And abruptly ended Ronda's, I'm not going to say ended her career because they ended up fighting again and she ended up losing again. But that was the match that prominently dethroned Ronda. And I think that will be something that will forever live in, if not all of match history,
Mm-hmm.
UFC history. It was just a phenomenal, great fight.
I don't watch a lot of UFC, and I
Oh,
haven't seen that fight, but I do remember that time, and I
yeah.
remember her, Ronda Rousey, really going on
Yeah.
a decline after that. She was completely deflated. She went into a little bit of a depression, and
Mm-hmm.
she totally retired. Not shortly after that, and
Mm-hmm.
I think she owns a restaurant or something now.
Yeah, she owns a
Mm.
restaurant. She has a farm. She does wrestling
Oh.
every so often. I don't know if she was. I don't know if she still is. But fun fact about Rousey though is that the reason why she was called Ronda Rousey is her godfather
Mm.
was Rowdy Piper, and
Stop the
I kid you
pressing.
not,
Don't,
and she took the
Jay,
mantle. I
don't
kid you not.
toy with my emotions right now.
I'm
This
so
isn't.
serious. When I found that out, I was like, it makes sense. No wonder I'm following her because I am such a wrestling fan. Her godfather was Rowdy Piper, and that's why she got the nickname Rowdy.
I cannot.
She took up the
How
mantle.
did I not know this?
Word. I don't think a lot of people know it. Like she said it like coyly in an interview at some point or something like that. But yeah,
Oh my gosh, you
cool
have
times.
just Like I'm on another level right now. Like my
Right.
emotions are all like
Mm-hmm.
out of whack. I'm gonna need time to
Yeah.
process this.
Yeah.
I just don't know what I want anymore out of life. I need to take a step back from everything.
Oh wow. Exactly. Right.
I need to shut down and just, figure
And
out what the
process.
truth is.
Mind is blown. You're
Oh
welcome.
my God.
It's what I do.
Wowzers. Well, again, no, by
Mm-hmm.
no means an exhaustive list, but those are some
Yes.
great, great matches, my friends. Some great
Mm-hmm.
times, great memories. What can you say?
Exactly.
Fantabulous.
Mm-hmm.
Fantabulous. Now, we have our 3-question draw
We do.
up next. Are we
Mm-hmm.
are we ready for this? Are we ready to do it? Can we handle it? Are we prepared? Are we
I'm ready.
going into this strong?
Bring the heat. I'm ready.
Okay, ready for our
Fire.
3-question draw.
Uh-huh.
My first question to you,
Okay.
kind sir,
Mm-hmm.
what is one thing you would go back and change or redo if you had the chance?
Funny enough, if I could go back in time and redo one moment in my life,
Mhm.
and this might sound a little vain, but I remember there was a girl in high school that I was crazy infatuated with, right?
Mhm.
And me and her would flirt back and forth all the time. And I knew she liked me, right?
Mhm.
And there was one moment where she was over my house because my cousin stayed over my house a lot. And her and my cousin were like besties at the time.
Mhm.
And she was over my house and I was laying on the couch. Like I was laying on my back, just like looking or watching TV. And
Mhm.
she came over and she laid on top of me, but she wasn't touching me. Like, so she was like pressed up, like on top of me like that. Right.
She made
So,
sweet, sweet love to you through her clothes. Okay.
but there was no touching though. There was no touching. So
So she
she's,
hovered. She
yeah. So
hovered.
she was
I'm
hovering
just
over
trying to
me.
get the visual. So she laid
Right.
on top of you, but she didn't touch you.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
she's also a paranormal.
Right. Well, she was holding her body weight. You know what I'm saying? Like she was up.
Okay.
And
So she maintained a plank on the couch over top of you
correct.
as
Yes,
you were watching
exactly.
TV. Okay, got it. Just want to be
Exactly.
clear.
Right. So me and her are talking while she's hovering over me. So, like I said, like if you
Right.
don't like someone, you're not
Uh-huh.
going to do that. Right. So, at least I assume you're not going to do that unless you're just
Well,
really
I don't
messing with
know. There's
somebody.
a lot of plankers out there. You never know.
Well, it's a weird place to plank. All I'm saying. But the moment that I would change is that in that moment, I had the opportunity to kiss her and I
Yeah.
didn't. And not that I think that would be some life altering change or my life would have went any differently, but that's
Yeah.
one moment that constantly lives in my head. Like, you know what? Because you were too afraid, you let an
Mm.
opportunity pass by. And that's
Mm.
the thing that I agree. Not even being with her or what could have happened, like none of that. It's just the fact of I let an opportunity slip by. And that's what I would change that moment.
Well, that breaks my heart, Jay.
Well, you know, we all live and we learn. Now, trust me, my wife is laying on me like that. You best sure I'm kissing. Something happening. I can guarantee it.
I believe you. Question number 2.
All right.
If you had the power to give
Mm-hmm.
your kids one gift in this world, regardless of resources, what would it be? It doesn't have to be like a monetary thing or like just
Right.
any kind of like worldly gift, regardless of resources. If you
Mm.
had the ability to give them one thing, what would you give them each?
Oh, each. So is this two separate things or is
Well,
it
you
just
have
like,
2 children, unless you prefer one or the other.
well, what I meant
Is that what it
was,
is? You just don't like
do
one
they
of them?
get separate? No, does it mean they get separate things or they both get the same thing? Is what I
Well,
meant.
that's up to you, but apparently only one of them's getting something, so whatever.
Well, you know, I do like one of them more than the other. No, like, but if I could give them anything,
Mhm.
I would give them all my knowledge, whether good or bad, and what they do with it could be up to them. But I would give them all my knowledge
Wow.
at that point, personally.
At this point, so today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Nice. Very introspective, Jay.
I have
Just
my
a
moments. Sometimes.
Side of you I don't often see. um, question number 3.
Right.
If you could rewrite a single event in history, what would it be?
Oh, if I could rewrite one, the first slave ship that left Africa, I would rewrite that.
Okay.
I think that's what I rewrite. Word.
Word to your mother.
And now we're all sad. I'm sorry.
Hearts are breaking.
All right. So your first question.
Yes. Let me get
All right. You ready? All right.
Me. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Where is the last place you would go?
Denver.
Dang, why you got Denver like that?
Was that the full question? Did I let you finish?
Yeah, that was a full question, but dang, you just called out Denver like what's wrong with Denver?
That John Denver's full of shit. Denver.
No Rocky Mountains, no like beautiful gardenscapes, nothing. Like you just called it. Wow. Anybody in Denver? I'm sorry. Wow, that's cold. That was cold-blooded, Jenny. Dang. All right, question number 2.
That's how we do it. That's how I roll. I don't hesitate.
Oh wow. Oh wow. I
don't hesitate, Jay. I am. You know.
Clearly, wow. Oh wow. What or who would you sacrifice for your life?
What or who would I sacrifice for my life?
Yep, I better be on this list. That's all I gotta say. I better be on.
What do you mean? I don't understand the question. What would I sacrifice for my life?
Right, yeah. So like if you were in some situation, I don't know what it is, and the thing or a person was going to die, and the only thing that would save them was you sacrificing your life. What or who would that be?
Pizza delivery guy? Anyone? Like I ain't afraid of no little bit of death.
Well, I'm glad to hear my friend has such a good heart, but the pizza delivery guy, really?
I mean,
get to know anybody around. If you ever around Jenny, just wear a pizza delivery shirt and you good. Your life is totally saved. Anytime.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that's I haven't been faced with that scenario as of yet.
I hope not.
But
okay.
I'm quite sure if I was faced with that scenario, it would probably be with somebody that I knew, loved, adored, or partially liked. And
partially. Okay.
I mean, yeah. If it's my time to go, it's my time to go.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. I like that. Okay. All right. So my last question. Describe your perfect day. I
would have to say April 14th. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. No, I'm just joking. Oh my.
I don't know why I wasn't ready for that answer. I should have known that was going to be your answer.
Oh, okay. God. My perfect day. My perfect day is this day right now in this moment.
Oh, look at there. I love that answer. Everyone who's listening can't see Jenny's facial expression. Oh man. Oh, okay. Those are my 3 questions. Oh man, I hope everyone has loved the 3-question draw.
This has been the 3-question draw.
Nice. Love it.
Oh my goodness. Do you ever think we're gonna run out of questions?
No, because we can always recycle questions. I mean, your answer might be different, or so yeah.
How dare you recycle?
Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that out loud.
What is that madness you're talking about? We don't recycle around here. It's fresh and new and innovative, Jay.
Yes, it is. Certified fresh by Tomato Rotten or Rotten Tomato.
We are on fleek. Do we use fleek anymore?
I don't think the kids are using Flick anymore.
We don't
Once
use
the
Fleek.
adults started using it, they stopped. So
I rather enjoyed being on Fleek.
my daughter hates when I say I'm on Fleek,
I'm
or when I say I'm a savage. She
a
rolls her
savage.
eyes. Yeah,
Classy, bougie,
bougie,
ratchet.
ratchet.
Oh
You can
my
tell when
God, I
people.
haven't
You can.
done that for a long time. Do you
I know,
remember I
right?
used to pause and do that on my lives? I'd be like, listen,
Mm-hmm.
people will come on my TikTok lives and I'd be like, listen, I just want to be honest with you. Like,
Yeah.
I'm I'm a savage. I'm classy, bougie. I mean, I'm ratchet.
Right. You used to, but real talk though. You used to have some of the best lives. I used to love your lives.
I know. Thank you. I
The best
know.
lives.
The
Yeah.
my lives are epic.
Yeah.
And they really aren't the same. Like TikTok is not the same anymore.
Yes, it's just a
It's
little different now. I mean, everything evolves, but I'm like, it's not quite the same.
it is not the same. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
I still
That
like it, but it's
that
okay.
brings us to the rumor that you have a tip of the day, sir.
I do. I do have a tip of the day.
I'm
So,
interested. I'm interested.
okay.
I'm prepared. I'm subscribed.
So everyone knows that I am also Mr. Positivity. I am a motivational speaker and guru,
Mm-hmm.
which actually I hate calling myself a guru because I don't know everything. But my point is,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like today I needed to give some motivation. So
I'll
I
take it.
found I found one of my favorite comedians, Bill Murray,
Oh,
and
love him.
he reminded me that whatever you do, always give 100% unless you're donating blood. Yes,
Oh my God, the wisdom. Just
exactly.
spews wisdom. A great scholar, he art.
Yes, yes, agreed.
Oh my gosh, Jay.
Mm,
I love that. I love that. Excellent tip of the day. Excellent tip of the day. Well, we
thank
want to
you.
remind people to subscribe, like,
Mm-hmm.
comment, share. We covered a lot this show. Unfortunately, we didn't get enough time to talk about COVID. We'll touch on that next time. But my
Oh,
friend,
well, wait a minute. We're real quick. The shout outs. We got to shout some people out.
oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
we do.
who in
We
the
got to shout
world
people
do I
out.
think I am?
Oh,
Oh my
man.
gosh, we have shout outs to do, Jay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, right. By all
Yeah.
means, please lead the
Oh,
way. I clearly know nothing about what I'm doing. Lead
you
the
always
way.
know. Trust me. Trust me. So, first of all, I would like my first shout out is Christina Garcia. She is a single mother doing her thing, empowering not only just women and men, but trust me, connect with her and inspire and level up through Instagram. I guarantee she's her own hype person. You'll love her to death. I also have Miosha Streets.
Mhm.
Connect with her on Instagram, My Hair and Me Kids. She writes these phenomenal books that teaches kids about loving themselves and their hair.
Ooh.
And she's a phenomenal person. She's another person that I guarantee if you follow her, she will inspire you through and through. And then last but not least, Danielle Marie, otherwise known as Vegan Danielle or Danielle Marie Fit. Check out her page on Instagram, or pages on Instagram, to get that fit inspiration, your health benefits, and just all around funny memes. And I love her to death. Love all these
Nice.
ladies.
Fantastico.
Yeah.
I have three myself. First one is
Alrighty.
Vegan Sarcasm. You can find them on Instagram.
Love vegan sarcasm.
Hilarious memes.
Yes.
They crack me up every single time. I
Word.
think it's just the one guy who does it, who runs the
Really?
page. I think
Okay.
so.
Well, he's
Yeah.
funny. I
He
love
is
his memes.
funny
Yeah.
AF. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Adam J, the lawyer, buddy of mine, excellent legal advice
Yeah.
for anybody in the California area, the Bayshore
Mhm.
area. Super nice guy.
Mhm.
And one of my favorites,
Hmm.
Dr. Amen. You can find him on Instagram, Doc Amen.
Yeah.
Does a lot for mental health and wellness and brain health. He owns Amen clinics, and they do
Mm.
brain scans there and teach you how your brain works and ways to heal your brain. And just really kind man. I have most of his books. He last year sent me a signed advanced copy of his one of his books, which was so thoughtful of him. And I've been following his work even before he was on
Mhm.
popular on Instagram. So he's
Okay.
he's one of the good ones. So Doc Amen, love him.
Love it. Okay.
Mhm.
Nice.
What do we do now, Jay?
And now we are officially out of time. And
Okay.
as Jenny was saying before, we have no time to talk about COVID. We're sorry, y'all. I know you guys were looking forward to that, but
Yep.
no, it's all good. So
Next
other than
time.
that, we're out of time.
So we want people to subscribe,
Yes, please.
like,
Absolutely.
comment,
Always.
share. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Instagram. Join our Instagram. Holla. We have,
Yes.
let's just say before we go, this is like the longest, this is like the longest
goodbye.
So long farewell.
Say goodbye. Yep.
We have 71 followers on our Instagram. What? And
nice.
I'm just saying, like, we've only had our Instagram out for how long? Like 2 weeks? Really? 2 weeks?
Yeah, about 2 weeks, yeah.
About 2 weeks. And so I just want to say, I mean, I don't know how Jay feels about y'all, but I want you to know that I appreciate.
I like how you just threw me under the bus like that. Like Jay has the problem with all the followers.
I appreciate every single one. No, I'm just joking. We appreciate every single one of you.
Yes, we do.
And thank you for the follows, and thank you for joining along with us and enjoying the show and commenting and liking. Yeah. And you may have noticed in our link, we have a Beacons link. So you can go to that link and ask us a question. And if you ask us a question, we may answer it on the show. And it may be funny and it may be insightful. And so just a real big thank you to everybody who's following along. We appreciate you. We see you. We see you.
Yeah, we do. We see you.
Yeah. All right, my friend. Well, let's officially end this shit show and move on to the rest of our day. And don't forget to stay tuned for our Wake Up Wednesday edition, which is literally the hardest thing to say. Why did we call it that? Wake Up Wednesday edition. Do you know how many times we had to restart?
Yeah. Bloopers coming soon, people. Because wow, as many outtakes we get just by saying the title of it. There's bloopers. So yeah, every time.
Insane. All right, my friend. We'll see you soon.
All right, see you, peoples.
Take care.